Hello, welcome back to Homeless Digest. This is Neni Ejike, your host, and today we're going to be talking about Enugu. And with me today, I have my guest, Ms. Kindness Udeme, a salesperson for Homeless Development. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you for having me again on Homeless Digest.
Thank you so much. We're going to be starting this with asking about the Enugu people.
Okay.
Who are the Enugu people and what are their core values?
Enugu people are in the eastern part of Nigeria. They are recognized as one of the Igbo tribe states, and their core value is administration, governance, business.
From what we know, Enugu is a very interesting place that brings in investors and bright minds. What defines the Enugu mindset?
A lot of things define them, but I would say Enugu State have a balance. The National Orthopedic Hospital in Nigeria is situated in Imene at Enugu State. So at certain points, they even offer treatment for free where you get to pay after recovery. So that's hospitality for them. And if you're walking in as a visitor to Enugu State, you are going to feel welcome. The ambience, the environment is quite welcoming. And for governance, I would tell you that it's an administrative state, so you can work in and access so many offices that will head your administrative duties. And lastly, for the business aspect of it, I wouldn't want to take the business aspect from the Igbos. I mean, that's what they are known for. But for Enugu State, they've given birth to one of the biggest recognized markets in Nigeria, the Okwete market and New Market. And of course, we have thriving businesses where we have importation and of course exportation of different things you can ever mention.
Thank you so much. So, as we all know, Homeless Development have their office, like their main branch in Lagos State. But now they are moving towards the eastern part, and now they have a property in Enugu. How does the life in Enugu differ from Lagos or Abuja?
Okay, so the life in Enugu State and Lagos and of course Abuja doesn't really look the same, in as much as there are a lot of balances, but I want to tilt towards Enugu, the reason why we are here. So Lagos, you already know, and Abuja are already developed part of Nigeria, but is Enugu State developed? Yes. But has there been a balance in housing? No. So Homeless going in to invest in Enugu State is to provide houses. Currently, it has been identified that the formerly known Nike Land Resort is now on a partnership through the help of the state government with Landmark Resorts, or Landmark Groups rather. So that means there is actually an opening corridor of investment tilting towards Enugu State. Yeah, so there would be need for houses. And do Enugu State have enough housing? Of course, the government are actually putting in things in place to get a lot of housing in place. And what Honest Development Limited is doing is to share as a part of that vision by providing houses, affordable lands, registered land, because that has also been another core issue in Enugu State. So why is Omnes going there? To provide residents and of course investors, prospective visitors that want to visit Enugu and feel the safety of the environment to key into the right land. And that is why we have Ubinze Enugu as one of the major estates in the East Enugu precisely.
I want us to break down the impact of Obinze in Enugu, saying that you've marketed this property as not just for the Igbos, you've marketed it for everyone in the nation, in Nigeria.
Obinze is actually an estate that is not just sold for the Igbos, it's also for everyone in Nigeria. And it means that anybody that is coming in to invest in Obinze Enugu, whether as an indigent or not, has safety. And their priority, our own priority, is providing them with safety, registered documents, and helping them build legacy. I would like to point at the direct impact. Nothing beats the heart of a man like living in an estate that has a functional facility. It's more than economic value, because if you want to wait for the government to bring in borehole water, electricity, it takes quite a number of years. But in Obinze Enugu, our value which we're putting out as developers is that we give you everything in the estate. Aside that, we're also giving investors the opportunity, who are not just the indigents, people that are business people, prospective investors and business-minded people, to experience what we call higher return on investment, where you put in a certain amount of money in Enugu State, and of course, knowing the turnover revenue we have in Enugu State, the numbers, the economic value, the positioning, you are able to make a lot of money as a higher or maybe a return on investment over a short number of Yezoman. So
How can one key into this property? How can one key into Obinze Enugu?
okay, all you have to do to get started is to message or call the number which will be attaching on the end of this podcast, or visit any of our social media platforms. Send us a DM or chat us up to get started.
So you've heard it. You've heard the importance of investing in Enugu, not just Enugu, but Obinze Enugu. Thank you for staying, and we'll see you on our next session. Bye-bye.